What is up, everybody? My name is Justin from Party Rental Knowledge, and today we're here with Adam, the tent guy, and this is the Party Rental Podcast.
Hi.
Number 6. If you don't know, I have a party rental business. Adam has a tent rental business. It's also a party rental business. Adam has a few businesses. We both have a YouTube channel where we basically teach people tips and tricks on the industry, and we do this live stream every week to
Just about
every week. Every Wednesday around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I'm going to try and post these a little bit more in advance and get on that so we can actually get more people in here. But we basically just answer questions and have a group discussion and invite different people from the industry on as well, like different manufacturers, and just answer questions. I actually have somebody that's from they basically do all the testing for this for I2K. They do all the testing and stuff on their inflatables to like basically go over ATSM guidelines, and also basically like they also make sure that like they're safe for PA certified and stuff like that. Like all those requirements, they go through this guy, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have him on here soon. I just got to get the date, but there's a bunch of information. We just spread out the news. So if you have any questions or comments or curious about anything, just drop a question in there. What's up, Adam?
Nothing. I see Justin Kenyon is here. I think it was his post. He made a funny post on Facebook about like, hey, we're gonna give away a free bounce house if ... see more. And I was like, what is this? I want to see more, but it kept like not. It was he put the ... see more, and I'm sure a bunch of people were like, what is see more?
I didn't get it with that one. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's funny. He also put a post up because he's visiting a bunch of manufacturers' warehouse in California. So he put a post up and he was like, "Oh, it's DIY inflatables," and it was just like a bunch of like pieces cut up, ready to go be sewn, and it was in a trash can.
Right. You should have been taking video for you of all the.
I wanted to go out there, but I'm too busy working on my site, which is about to be going live here soon with BCN. But yeah, I'm really busy working on it. You're having fun with your cat?
Yeah, did you hear him purring and rubbing against it?
Stop it. He plays fetch.
Yeah, this is. Hey, I'm gonna throw it. He's gonna make the whole thing shake. Go.
Yeah, he's a big cat.
He's a big cat.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. And then he's bringing it back.
Yeah, he plays fetch.
And I put my hand down, grab it from his mouth.
I can't
we're ready to go.
I can't see your hand unless I can't see who you are unless you let me and you accept for StreamYard. But yeah, I have a couple goals this year that I want to do. I bought a whole bunch of aluminum tent poles, and I'm going to be putting tops on. I got to get tops for them. But I have a lot of tent poles for frame tents, but they're versatile. So I can do everything from a 10x10 to like a 20x40. I can go bigger, but I'm not going bigger than a 20x40 really, because I don't feel like buying the tops for it.
Right. You could also buy corners and cables and make high peak tents if you wanted to.
Yeah, I don't want to do that with all those poles and stuff like that, though.
Yeah, they're single barrel, right?
Yeah, they're all single barrel poles.
Right, so it's more for a West
Coast. Or a little bent too, but you can it'll still work if you need to put them in the field, but you gotta like put the bent in, put in the bent end first, and then just move it into place.
You could do a bunch of 10x10 high peaks because 10x10s don't really need double barrel or the thicker.
Like yeah, that's okay. I got 10x. Well, yeah, I'm not doing the high peaks basically. I have my two 20x high peaks like that. I'm just gonna, you know what I mean, kind of go with the West Coast frame style. That's what a lot of people do around here. There's trees in everybody's backyards too, or nuts over here. Like you don't have, there's like open places, and I have my my tents priced up for the frame ones. That because I can't fit them in the truck right now, so I got to put them on the ladder rack and everything. Once I get my box truck, then I'll, you know what I mean, I'll be able to move them a little bit easier.
Right. What y'all talking about today? Well, just whatever. I'll tell a little story about last week. I sent out a quote for, what was it? It was $45,000 quote for one tent. Basically, this guy called in a panic and he's like, "We need a 40x100 and we need it tomorrow." And I was like, "What do you need it for?" He needs it for warehousing. He needs to move a bunch of stuff out of the warehouse. I don't really remember, but so forklifts had to go under it. So it needs to be 10 feet tall because this forklift's 8 foot and a little few inches. And I was like, "Dude, I can get this quote for you, but it's going to be expensive. It's the kind of tent you need for winter, and what you're doing with it. You're not having an event under it. It's a warehouse, basically. It's going to be expensive." He's like, I need it. I need it tomorrow." So I got my friend to send a quote, and I upped it a bit. Obviously, I'm going to make money on it. I sent it to him, and he called back and was like, "That's too expensive for us." I'm like, "Oh, well." So I missed out on that. I was going to make 10,000 on it and not have to do any of the work, but I think even if I was only going to make 5,000 on it, it still would have been too much for him. He wasn't expecting that. He was probably expecting like $5,000.
Yeah, no. Tents are expensive.
Especially, it was basically going to be a structure.
I'm raising all my prices this year. I don't even care. Right. Like all my prices are going up. I'm trying to be at the top of the area and stuff. I'm buying a bunch of new tops and everything too, though. So it's not like it's about to be all old tents or anything. And especially with the amount of demand there was last year, and there's 2 tent companies that went out of business here. So
really,
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So there's the one that I bought a bunch of the stuff from, and then there's the other one too. Spire went out. And then I'm making a bunch of connections with a bunch of different places more and more. I'm getting more and more phone calls. Plus, I'm running the ads with the Fent Hawk. And yeah, it's going down. It's going down in Buffalo. Sorry if you're watching this and you're from Buffalo. No, we're all cool around here. That's another thing. Be nice with your competitors.
Yeah.
My one competitor gave me probably $30K, $40K last year in freaking revenue.
Right. I interviewed someone the other day for my other channel. They're down in Florida, and they were saying they basically got into this because their neighbor was they're one street over, some guy owns bounce houses, and they're so nice to him. And they own one for their kids, and they're like, "Hey, we could do this too." And they made friends with the guy. And then after the interview, they were like, "Hey, our neighbor's Justin Kenyon." I'm like, "Oh, I met him. I know him." So I guess they're 1 or 2 streets away from each other, both with bounce house companies, but they've helped each other out a lot, in a pinch with foam parties and a bunch of other things. So it seems like a good working relationship.
A snake. You got to kind of watch out for him.
Right.
We'll have you sitting there waiting for a half hour in Las Vegas for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
This man, we were at a convention. He said, "Oh, I'm here." And he's sitting just has us sitting there waiting for a half hour.
He sent you pictures of being in Vegas.
Yeah, he sent us pictures of him at a casino that he took while he was in Florida, pretending to be at casinos in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. And then so we thought he was there, going to meet up with us. We were waiting, and then he says, "Oh, I'm not there."
Yeah. The things party rental people do to each other when they're supposed to be helping each other out. But yeah, I'm thinking about buying 50 tables too or something from Palmer Snyder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna get a bunch of bookings in the beginning of summer and just take that money and just buy a bunch of tables with them too.
All right. I'm selling a bunch of tables on Saturday.
I'm buying you, and you know it.
No, it's they're my king tables. They're 48 inches by 8 feet. They're just huge tables.
I don't know. I'm horrible. I think I want to buy 2 fill and till tables too, even though I shouldn't.
And they go out. You can get.
I feel like they will. I've gotten phone calls for them before, but I haven't gotten 10 phone calls.
Yeah, but as soon as
them on the website, there's not on the website. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know they exist, but when they see it, you got to put a picture up with the drinks in it, not just a plain table.
Yeah.
So you put it up with the drinks in it. I actually have it on 2 spots.
What were you saying?
I have it on 2 spots on my website. I have it under tables, and there I have drinks pictured in it. Then I have it under food and beverage service, and in that picture I have
I'd probably do that too.
it's filled with ice, and then plates of like food that needs to stay cold, like macaroni salad, regular salad.
So you can do what you call it too. You can buy little pieces that go and sit inside there, so you can like half what you call it, half ice, and then half of it can be a raised platform they put food on.
Yeah, I don't really like the platforms because it's just something else to break and lose.
I feel like you can't break those things.
They're just cheap PVC thing. Like you could literally, if you're good enough at looking at the pictures and stuff, you could go to Lowe's, buy the clear PVC, and cut it yourself. They just rest in there. It's nothing crazy.
No, I'm not talking about clear PVC. This was like part of the table made out of the same material that sat in there physically and was firm.
Right. Well,
so that it wasn't even clear either. It was
so
like
that's the flat part, but the other parts, like you can buy extenders to extend the whole thing, so you can put a whole bunch of ice in, and all that is clear acrylic or whatever.
It's for somebody who wants to just have a table with half ice, but then still have half of it as a regular use table, but doesn't want to spend freaking money for just another table, and it's dumb in my opinion. But they're so it's like $20 and you can do it as an add-on. I just thought it was cool.
Right. Someone wants to know which tables coolers are you talking about. They're called fill and chill tables. There's knockoff ones on Amazon, and I bought them because they fold in half, and I thought this would be good for people who want to pick them up. They suck. They're horrible.
Don't they just drain all the water and stuff?
What? Well, no. So it's 2 squares, and they fold.
Okay.
But the drain that comes with it, it's like this whole contraption that screws on and stays screwed on. So once that's screwed on, you can't fold it anymore. So to try to add a drain, you got to go to Lowe's and buy like $30 worth of materials for 2 drains. You have to drill the hole larger.
There's no drain in the other fill and chill tables, right? You just dump them.
Yeah, no, it is. There is. There's a little cap on the bottom. And
is there really?
Yeah, the cap gets lost all the time.
I know.
It's annoying because if you buy them, they're expensive. But what we found out is certain soda caps fit on them. Not all, like Coke and Pepsi didn't. We found that Mountain Dew always fit on it. A water bottle cap doesn't fit on it, but some of them do.
Oh, hell yeah. I got to make sure I buy those ones. This mind was just blown. Dude, you don't even know because like I hate little things like that. I hate chair feet.
Yeah, there was one guy who had a patented chair. It's just a regular like Palmer Snyder chair, but he has a screw in the foot, so the foot never comes off. But that was his patent. No one else can copy him. But you could, if you really wanted to go through every single chair, you could put a screw through each foot.
What, hold it for real though?
Yeah. It'd just be a lot of work, and you have to get the right screw. You'd probably have to countersink it too. Otherwise, it would just be sitting out.
I didn't think so. It's not feasible. Oh, yeah. Are you guys getting a mechanical bull? I'm going to get one a couple of years down the road. The thing with mechanical bulls, it's got to go out in your market. You got to have enough people that want to do it. There's already bulls around here. It's something that I have to get inspected in New York. Usually you have to get inspected in your state too. It's just, they're a money pit. They make a bunch of money, but if you're not already doing bigger events, I wouldn't go out and jump and get a mechanical bull. Some areas it might be advantageous. I do, however, believe if you're going to get the mechanical bull, you should also get like all the crazy, like get more than one attachment. So like it's going to cost you, I think, what, 15 grand or something like that, 12 grand for mechanical bull. Go ahead and spend an extra like 25, I think it's like 2,500 or 3 or 4 grand for the different heads for the mechanical bull. Get a bull, but then go ahead and get like a shark or something if you're in Florida. Or, you know what I mean? I'm in Buffalo, so I want to get like a buffalo.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Go get a giant penis and rent that out too on a separate website. Like,
right. So I'm gonna have some guy on. I actually had him on Galaxy Inflatables. They make them. I don't know much about mechanical bulls, but he said that they were the first to bring it to America, or they have the best one in the States, or whatever.
Galaxy's I think is the best bull.
Yeah.
They're hardcore. They make some cool hard rides too, like that spin and stuff like that. They go hard. AVC, Impact, Euromax, pop-ups. They all about equal.
So I've only had the Euromax. I don't know if it was Paul or not.
ABC is one we saw at IAPA and at what you call it? Right. At the ARA show, I'm pretty sure.
So yeah, from basically looking at pictures of all their more commercial, like their higher end ones, they all look pretty similar.
No, I was thinking Tent and Table. Tent and Table's got a pop up that's really nice too. Best bang for your buck for all-purpose canopy is. There's no all-purpose. You need different things for different, like, yeah. Tent and Table, you're buying a weekender if you're getting the ropes. Any real tent guy uses ratchet straps. It's way faster.
So yeah, Anchor's up there with Fred's tents, Eureka tents, Aztec tents, Selena tents, and then this company down in Florida, Tent Renter Supply. Actually, Tent Renter Supply is probably going to be your middle ground one. They're a little less expensive than Aztec, Eureka, Selena. So I would check out Tent Renter Supply.
I like Aztec too.
Yeah.
I like their pole tents.
Yeah, my employee bought a tent and table one, and he cut off all the ropes because he knows ratchets are better. But the thing is, you can tell if you ratchet those too tight, it's going to start ripping it.
Yep.
But it was a good first tent for him. He made his money back already on it.
Well, Tent and Table has multiple lines of tents, so they have different quality tents.
Right.
So if you want to just buy a cheaper tent, you're going to get a cheaper product. If you spend the most money you can, then you're going to get a better product.
Yeah.
All tents that come pretty much from China.
Like, Tent Renter Supply makes their own tents down in Florida. So, and then they deal with commercial companies. They don't deal with weekend or homeowners. So all theirs are commercial. All those other companies that I mentioned all make their own tents in the U.S. Tent and Table gets them from China, and there's no problem getting stuff from China.
Yeah, exactly. There's no problem with that.
Talk about, but if Tent and Table has a more commercial one, go with that next time.
Talk about commercial truck rentals.
So right now, if you're going to need a truck for the next summer, go talk to them now. Because if you wait a month before, they're just going to be like, "Oh, I don't got anything for you." I've had relationships with the three major ones around me, and they know that I rent 2 trucks every year. But right now, there's not enough trucks to go around. So you need to give them a hard date. Not like, maybe I might need it May 15th. Maybe I might need it May 30th or whatever. Give them a hard date. You may be paying for it for a week that you're not using it because you give them a hard date. But if you don't do it now, you're not going to get it.
What are the prices usually?
Well, that's another thing. So currently right now, if you're a new person, they're going to give you the going whatever it is right now, which is a lot more expensive than if you've been renting for the past 5 years. I get a 26-foot box truck for the week, anywhere from $375 to $425 a week, plus anywhere from 3 cents to 10 cents a mile. It just depends on the year. So basically, you're looking at somewhere between $400 to $450 a week. But I can literally fit everything I got to do for the whole day in that truck and not have to come back one time. I own a 16-foot truck, and if I did that, I would be coming back three times every day. Plus, also commercial truck rent. So if you buy a truck, you can depreciate it over time. You can write off the interest payments, and then whichever your CPA sets you up with, you can write off the gas or the miles, but you can't do both. When you rent the truck, you are writing off the rental, writing off the gas for it. You don't have to do any of the maintenance. I think everyone should own at least one delivery vehicle of their own, but the rest, like if you need 2-3 more, just for the busy season, I think renting is better.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. I don't know where I'm at right now with all that though.
Right.
I think I want a truck. I want a couple. I want a few things. I want a small little Sprinter van.
Yeah, vans are cool.
And then I want a big truck, but that's last. This is the van. I want another 2500, and I need a box truck to put everything in. And if I ever want to expand, that's when I'll start renting trucks out. But I want to buy the first few.
Yeah. We got a van, but it's really more for the other business that deals with dishes and whatever. But sometimes I take it when he's not using it, just for like little orders, and it's like very convenient. So I'm thinking I want to get a van too. The only problem, he didn't get the really tall one. So like if you are loading stuff in towards the back, you have to like duck down. So I would get the taller one.
I work in Buffalo, so it's like the down season. I can scrounge up work because there's enough work over here, but I've taken the time to just focus on my website and this side of the business, like my life pretty much, which is like doing the YouTube work and getting. Right now, I'm going through a change from going from my one website to BCN. So yeah, that's what I'm focused on right now. I could be hanging out with my buddies in California, but I'm doing this. But side note, I am going to I will be going to Florida here this weekend because my buddy needs a last minute driver. They're gonna pay for a plane ticket back.
That's cool. I live in the Utica, Rome area of New York. No one's ever heard of it. It's where Woodstock 99 was. It's not that far from Syracuse, if you know who the Syracuse Orange are. I do tents, tables, and chairs. And years before COVID, I was doing maybe 3,000 to 4,000 a week just in tables and chairs and dishes. Since COVID, I don't do that much because people aren't having that big of parties inside. People are having big parties in the summer outside, but no longer right now in the winter. We'd also do like expos, kind of like we don't do the pipe and drape, but we would deliver 100 tables for them, and those are happening a lot. But also college, I remember delivering stuff to colleges all the time in the winter into their gym, but that died off too.
Yeah,
which is fine. I'm fine with it. Like the season would end, and then like 1 week later would start tables and chairs galore and dishes. But this, the past 2 years, it's been like, wow, I have a winter. I really don't have anything to deliver this week. Now, if something comes in on Thursday and they want it for Friday, I'm like, oh man, really? Do I have to? But if that's my only delivery for the week, that's fine.
Right. Yeah, I'm not pushing nothing right now. Not pushing nothing. Yeah, just kind of working on my website. I'm a stagehand too, so I got to do a bunch of concert work and stuff too.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking about selling my bar trailer.
You should.
Horse bar trailer.
You should do a crazy bar trailer, just for rich people.
And it's just not. I mean, it goes out, don't get me wrong, it goes out. But I really only put like 2,000 into it. Bought it for 1,000, put
Some of
1,000
the
into
ones
it.
that are really like you pull in, dude, and just it has all the seats that pop out, and they freaking, you know what I mean? You can mount TVs in them and stuff, and it's like they walk up from the back and it's a full freaking service table, and they just fill it full of alcohol. And you literally just pull the trailer up.
Yeah, there's a guy near me who has one, and he doesn't get it out that much because he's not a rental company. If I had that same thing, I'd get it out more. But yeah, you make more money dropping off a restroom trailer than that trailer.
I'd only see the coolest ones I've seen were in Florida, and that you can do it year round.
Right.
Video game trailers are a lot of money.
No, I mean the people I all talk to are like, it wasn't worth it. Not worth it. You could put money into something else, party related, and make a whole lot more money faster. A whole lot more money faster. I don't know, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who do very, very well with it. Or it's just their only thing that they do on the weekends. But I think if you're already a rental company, I think there's other things you can put your money into that are just easier, faster, and not as expensive, but make you more money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which I interviewed someone, and then they recently sold theirs. Like 2 years ago, I interviewed someone, and now they're just like, yeah, not worth it anymore.
Wow. It seems like the consensus is of that. It's a lot of work for a little bit of money, too.
Right.
You gotta compete with everybody having a video game system at their house.
Yeah. I mean, then you're gonna also have to like get VR in there to become competitive. Someone's gonna add VR to it, and then you're gonna have to not that you have to, but like
everybody's just gonna have VR in their house, and then what are you gonna do?
Right. I don't know. Video game trailers are not for me, but I can see how they could be for some people. Restroom.
I see a lot of people putting extra money into little stuff. That's something that I would try and do as cheap as possible if I could.
Yeah, bare bones. Just make it look nice.
Yeah.
I'm more on the poop trailer train. Everyone's got a poop, but not everyone plays video games.
This is true.
Yeah.
You might be onto something.
Chill out, cat.
Your cat's adorable.
Yeah, I'm one of those queers who just really likes cats. Yeah.
Inflatables. I've never dealt with them. I'm a tent guy, but it seems like they're all the rage. Is it a good moneymaker? Yes, they are. You just gotta know what you're doing.
They're different schedules, basically. You can do it kind of on your tent schedule. You got a tent and a bounce house, but it's almost like a lot of people will only deliver their, the bounce house that morning, pick it up that night, which is crazy. I know. Then there's a lot of people who are more flexible with it. Like, I got too many to deliver all in one day, so I'll deliver them some Friday, pick them up Sunday. I will pick some up the same day, but I like the more flexible approach.
Pick them up like tents, man.
Yeah.
Except you can't leave them for a week. You can basically you can drop them off a day early and you can pick them up a day late, but you do more than that, you're pushing it.
Right. I think they pair well. I think inflatable people should have a few tents, just because if you don't have a tent, they're going to call someone else to put up a tent.
That's what I'm saying.
And the tables and chairs. You don't have to have massive ones or anything. And once you get good at it, you can put up a 20 by 20 in 20 minutes.
Once you get established, you can have a tent crew and a bounce house crew.
Right.
And then your tent crew, if there's bounce houses with it, they can just drop all the bounce houses with it, because it's not that. If they can set up a tent, they can set up a bounce house.
Right.
Like I feel like tent. I have more problems with trying to have a tent person than trying to have a bounce house person. Like you probably have issues all the time with people trying to learn how to do tents, right?
Nah, but we're pretty good at teaching them. Like after like 2 days, it's literally the same thing over and over and over and over.
Yeah, sure. You do only tents.
Yeah. So like after 2 days of setting up, it's the same
See,
thing.
I do tents during the week. Like I try to do my tents Monday through Thursday, and then Fridays I set up whatever tents I couldn't possibly set up during the week, and then I'll shift to bounce houses, and then like same thing with Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday I'm picking stuff up. Like sometimes I'll take a tent down or two on Sunday, but most of the time I don't do that, and I do a lot of pickups on Monday.
Right.
Monday and Tuesday pickups, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I only do 20 wide, so I try to keep it manageable with that. So it's like I'm working every single day, and there's stuff going on every single day, but there's different goals, and like there's bounce houses that come up during the week, and that's like not nearly as many tents as much as like with tents that I'm doing now.
Right.
So it actually works out to the point where almost every day is like pretty busy.
There's a guy, Brenton Thompson. He's big because he's big enough to own a tent ox, and he uses tent ox for tents and bounce houses. He does both on a large scale, so it is doable. But they are pretty different businesses.
Yep.
Do
You
that?
think about people that want to invest in your company?
No, because they're going to put in a little bit of money, and you're going to do all the work, and they're going to expect money. I think just grow slower rather than take all their money and try to grow fast. Yeah, they're looking to invest and not do any work, and then pretty soon you're going to be mad. The amount of money that they're going to give you to buy things is not. They would need to give you like 5 times the amount of money, and then you
Even
buy
more.
1/5 of the stuff.
Even
I
more.
don't even know how it would work. Like
You have to give me a crap ton.
Yeah, it'd be almost like they'd be buying you into your. Yeah, that's actually a decent way to think about it. They would be buying your portion, whatever percentage, and investing capital to buy equipment. They can't just give you money to buy equipment because then they never bought your percentages. But it would have to be quite a lot because there's a lot of work to squeeze pennies out of these businesses.
Yeah, it's just like one of the worst mistakes you can make. What frame tents do you use? I use West Coast frames. They're A1 tent structures. And I also have a couple tent runner supplies. Or no, Allstate tents.
I bought my high peak frame tents from Tent Renter Supply down in Florida, and then 8 years after, when the tops were getting bad, I bought brand new tops from Aztec because they fit on it. Tent Renter Supply has really good frame tents.
If you're a smaller company, is a 10 by 20 pop up a good idea for one person to have, not into the bigger tents, but to go along with a couple 10 by 10s. If you're doing like inflatables, I think yes, that is definitely the way to go. Throw some tables and chairs under there too. Use some money for all that. Popcorn machine, snow cone machine. But when I rent just pop up tents, I guess there's a couple people that do that and they make decent money with it, but I wouldn't.
It depends on your market too. There's some companies who only have pop-ups. I used to be anti pop-ups, but now I see a lot of companies just do it. I would not put 2 10 by 10s together just because, in the rain, you can put a gutter between them, but they fail. I'd rather get someone in a 10 by 20 than do 2 10 by 10s. Yeah, I don't think they're bad. I bought a 10 by 20. It's made a lot of money since I got it. I bought a bunch of 10 by 10s. It's made a lot of money. They're not going out for like they're not going out with a wedding as a side tent. They're just kind of like weird parties. They're just kind of small, weird parties. Honestly, they're almost not even worth it most days.
Exactly. It's just, I want my ticket, my basically average cost per rental to be pretty high. Right. This year it was $455 per, like, that was the average. Whereas in the tent world, it's like, well, yours is probably like up to freaking 1,000 almost, right? It's gotta be more than 1,000. What's your average cost per rental?
I don't know. Haven't looked at it. But yeah, I'd say around 1,000.
Yeah,
Or it's actually probably more than that once you factor in the weddings too.
that's what I'm saying. It's way more than that. Whereas like,
those.
I get a lot of $1,000 jobs with the tent rentals and stuff, but I also would get like decent orders with my bounce houses and stuff too. But the thing is, I would do like these $200 table and chair orders, and I'm pretty sure that's what skewed my number down. So I'm just gonna get off of that and try and skew that number up even more.
Right. There's some companies who will only rent tables and chairs if you are also renting a tent from them, which makes sense.
I can set that up in BCN. I don't know if I want to do that or not.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have massive amounts of tables and chairs, so like we do big events at colleges and event venues and things like that, so that's fine.
I can set an order minimum for it too, I think. But it's kind of hard. I can either set an order minimum, which is going to be at like, it's got to be at like 150 because my cheapest bounce house is 165. Right. And I don't even know if I want to do that because then they can't just rent a single cotton candy machine and come pick it up. But I don't know if I even want to do that.
Right. See, like, to the people out there,
just delivery and have control over everything.
Right. I don't like pickups really. When you're doing tent, stables, chairs, and everything with it, like your average ticket is higher. It does a bounce house you can go set up real quick and take down real quick, so you are in and out faster. But because you got the tent, the sides, the lights, the tables, the chairs, the fill and chill table, the games, blah blah blah, for just a normal backyard party, that adds up quick. It adds up to $1,000 real quick.
What heaters do you suggest in your colder areas? We currently have LB White 80 and 170 BTU and patio heaters.
So yeah, there's LB White, which is a big player. There's Heat Star, Heat Wagon, and there was another one. Remember that one we saw?
Yeah, outside? I don't remember what it was. I remember exactly. They were pretty cool too.
Yeah, I actually have videos of all of them. I just got to edit it together and put it up. But yeah, there's 3 major players. Heat Wagon, I forget if they have tent stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, so check out Heat Star. Heat Star was cool because most of their units can either run off of natural gas or propane, and that's just the way they have it. Oh, heater question is from Jordan, Century Tent. Okay. Yeah, so LB Whites, like a lot of people complained about them for a while because they were just like stopping on people. And but I think they've fixed the issues with their newer version. Their newer version at the ARA show looked really, really good. But yeah, heaters are a pain because you'll get that phone call, the heat's off, and then you got to go out and try to troubleshoot it. And like, you're not a heat mechanic. What do you do? Actually, a patron of mine called me 2 nights ago and was like, our heater's not working. How do I? So if anyone wants to know, message me. What?
It's the kill switch. The emergency kill switch keeps going off, right?
I told them to check to reset it, but what they did first was a lot of times just undo everything and start from scratch. Then if you have a propane tank where when you open it, it's got the safety valve so it doesn't shoot, so open the propane tank all the way, then screw your hose in, and then you'll hear a big blast into the tube, and then I just let it sit for 30 seconds and then turn it on. And that usually works for heaters and ovens. That's usually the first thing I do. Then the next thing I do is there's a simple, you hold the reset button for 30 seconds or until you hear it kick back on.
Yep.
That's about it.
What's the tent tent name in Florida. Tent Renter Supply.
Tent Renters Supply. Drop my name. Say Adam.
Drop my name.
Say Adam Keller, the tent guy. Sent you. I sent so many people to him. He gave me a little discount on a tent once. Not
Tell
anything
him
crazy.
the bald dude with the fake beard and the cat that fetches darts told you, and then just see if he catches it from there. I was looking at an electric one. Uses a 50 amp plug.
Well, that would solve your issues of it going out.
High temp sensor has been bypassed on our 170 LB white. I've read they are an issue.
Oh, so they just bypassed it. That's cool.
Hopefully no insurance company was watching that.
Right.
But all right, everybody, we're gonna kill it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you haven't already, check out my newsletter. Drop the link right here. Texas phone number 716-451-2911. You get a link right to the Party Rental Knowledge monthly newsletter. And it's just got a whole bunch of companies that sell tents, tables, chairs, bounce houses, and insurance companies, all kinds of different stuff. There's not as many people as I want to be in the newsletter yet, but we only started 3 months ago, and it's gotten so much traction. I talked to a lot of people at IAPA, and I'm talking to people daily about it. And it's honestly growing exponentially to the point where it's like, and it's really helping a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people actually save a lot of money. So it's actually like, it's good to be appreciated, and it's good to do something that works. So check out the newsletter. Hit us up. We do this every week. Wednesday. Try to do this every week. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a great day. Somebody just joined. You're awesome. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to try and put links up so you can join and follow faster. I do have a couple videos coming out that I think you guys are going to enjoy. One of them is from like that guy from ATSM or ASTM, and the other one is gonna be surprised. I have a few of them, so I couldn't think of one just name right there. But yeah, appreciate everybody.
All right, see you guys.